So I am a loyal fan, a loyal viewer of TV shows. When I start to watch a show, generally I stick with that show until the very end. I haven't given up on Supernatural despite all the things that have happened. I stayed with Lost even when it increasingly, the quality of the show just got worse and worse. I kept watching it, was rewarded with a terrible ending. Buffy, Angel, no matter what, I keep watching. I keep reading, Inuyasha, Full Metal Alchemist, whatever. I've stuck with these series no matter how long they are. I keep watching, keep reading, because I'm loyal. But yeah, Once Upon a Time, I don't think I can watch that show anymore. I think I've finally reached my limit. And I get the sense that I'm not the only one looking at social media, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, whatever. There are people who, just are like, enough is enough. I can't stand this show anymore. And because Hook is an awful, disgusting character. And Captain Swan is a disgusting, awful ship. Definitely in my top 5 of worst canon couples ever. Ever. Their relationship is codependent, it's abusive, it's sexist. I'll even go that far and say that. And really, all it does is brought Emma down, made her a horrible person, made her care about, nothing but herself and her boyfriend. She's made horrible decisions for him, done some really fucked up and morally reprehensible things since getting with Hook. And, yeah, it's a horrible relationship, and Emma is a character I used to really like. So it's really depressing to watch her character be brought down by Hook. And one of the things, I feel like Captain Swan is almost designed for me to hate it, because I hate these couples where it's like, the girl is heroic and the guy is kind of a villain or an anti-villain or whatever, and he doesn't go through a personal journey of atonement and redemption because, he's looked inside himself and he has decided through, upon deep reflection, he's going to be a good guy now. No, he just kind of decides he wants to be a good guy to get into the girl's pants, and he's like, I'm a good enough person now, can we have sex? And that's why I hated Sookie and Eric, and why I hated Spuffy until the 6th season, and even I still have issues with Spuffy because of that. But yeah, I think Captain Swan is the worst example of that type of couple storytelling I've ever seen done. And what's really horrible and disheartening is that Hook has done nothing, but he gets everything. And all of the good things he's ever done is only to correct his mistakes or to get Emma. Because he thinks Emma will be impressed with, him doing good things. When he gave up his ship for her, that was just an obvious ploy to get her. When, he helped David with the nightshade. He's like, oh, well, I helped your dad, now you gotta kiss me. That's disgusting. And when he brought all of the Dark Ones to Storybrooke and marked every person Emma's has ever loved as, to be killed by the Dark Ones, but then at the end he's like, oh, well, I've realized this was a bad thing I done. That's just correcting your own mistake. That's not a hero. There's a difference between setting off a bomb and then at the last second, pulling the wires out because you realized that was the wrong thing, and being the guy upon hearing that the villain has set off the bomb, run into the building to try to defuse it. there's a difference between correcting your own mistakes and being a hero. And Hook didn't even do anything in this episode to defeat Hades. It was all Zelena and Regina. Like, the information that Hook got to Emma was useless because, you know, when Hades had that horribly stupid prop, like, that is the stupidest prop I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Like, that rod of Olympus, whatever it's called, I don't even remember. Like, it was so fake and cheap and plastic looking. Like, I can get something like that at Walmart in the kids section, or go to, you know, Bart's, which is a costume shop, costume chain, and get something that looks exactly like that. And it's like, this is a multi, you know, $1 million production TV show that makes something so cheap and ugly looking. Anyway, you know, Zelena killed Hades with it, and, right, because Hades was like, this will end you and all that crap, and so yeah, like, Hades' information was totally useless, but yet, somehow he is the one worthy of a second chance at life, not Robin, who I admit has never been a character I've ever liked, but because he's like, has the personality of a houseplant, and when he first got with Regina, he acted like a lovesick moron for not, you know, struggling for a second with the fact that, you know, Regina was responsible for the death of Marion. Like, he never struggled at all, and he just sort of rushed into his relationship with Regina so quickly, and you know, had no introspective, was a lovesick idiot, like I said. So yeah, no, I've never liked Robin. Have always thought he was a poorly written character, and his relationship with Regina was poorly written because he's just an accessory to her. He's a reward for a threshold that she passed, you know, in her redemption arc. She's done so many good deeds, so she got Robin as a prize. But still, like, this is a character who is now orphaned 2 children, or 1 children completely, and now his daughter will never know him, and his mother is the person who raped him, and like, we're never going to talk about any of the implications of this shit, obviously, since Once Upon a Time doesn't do that, like, has all of this troubling, problematic stuff that nobody ever addresses. But still, like, Robin didn't deserve that, and Regina certainly didn't deserve that. Like, what has she done, you know, to deserve this? Because all Regina's been for the last 2 seasons has been, you know, selfless, and has, you know, had a real redemption arc, and all of the things that Regina does has been, you know, for forgiveness, for herself, you know, not for recognition like Hook does. Like, nothing Hook does, good things that he does, means anything unless, you know, Emma can see it and praise him for it. That's not how Regina is operated with her redemption arc. So right, like, and Emma, who has been a disgusting character, who, you know, did even, you know, I hate Hook, but the fact that she didn't respect his agency and, you know, brought him back to life as a Dark One when, you know, he wanted to die was a horrid, disgusting thing for her to do. So, you know, what have Emma and Hook done to deserve their coming back together? What has Hook done to deserve a second chance at life when none of the other characters who have come before them have gotten that chance? You know, Neil didn't get that chance. Marion didn't get that chance. You know, what, you know, Marion, well, she was just a bitch. Clearly, you know, she deserved what happened to her, and Neil, yeah, he deserved what happened to him. And you know, like, what? You know, Hook? Seriously? So yeah, no, I can't watch this show anymore. I can't stand the fact that this character, who's only gotten as far as he has as a character because, one, he makes fangirls' panties wet, and two, because the creators like want to use Hook as some sort of like, I don't know, macho fantasy that they have, maybe, or whatever stupid reason it is that they like him and think he's just great and awesome. Um, right. You know, totally shallow, horrible, horrid character gets everything. Well, the better characters, the better people get nothing. They get worse than nothing. They get killed, they get shit on, they get pushed to the side, they get no development, they get no time spent on any of them, and it's just, I can't. And it's really sad because Once Upon a Time was a show I used to really love.